Hello friends, welcome to this week's video from Kulture Katha. Through the year, we celebrate festivals of our gods including Rama, Krishna, Ganesha, Hanuman, etc. But now it's that time of the year when we celebrate a celestial event and offer thanksgiving to the oldest god known to man, the sun. Yes, I am talking of Makara Sankaranti, a festival dedicated to the sun god who is referred to as Pratyaksham Brahma, or the god we can see. Makara Sankaranti is also special because it's among those rare Indian festivals that's based on the solar calendar. So what is a solar calendar? A solar calendar is cast based on the seasons in a year and the sun's relative position to the other stars in space. When the earth moves around the sun, its position with respect to the sun keeps changing, causing seasons. Even though the earth is moving around the sun, for us here on earth, the sun appears to be moving across the sky. So the solar calendar tracks the apparent position of the sun relative to the other stars in the sky. Okay, so what's new about all this? Don't we all follow a solar calendar? What makes Makara Sankaranti special? Yes, today throughout the world, we all follow a standardized solar calendar called the Gregorian calendar. But most Indian festivals are not based on a solar calendar but on a lunar calendar that tracks the revolution of the moon around the earth. Each moon day is called a tithi, and most of our festivals are linked to the lunar cycle that starts with the new moon day or Amavasya and ends with the full moon day or Purnima. Thus, we have Ganesh Chaturthi falling on the 4th day of the waxing moon, or Janmashtami falling on the Ashtami Tithi or the 8th day of the waning moon, or Ramanavami falling on the 9th day of the waxing moon. And of course, we do have several other festivities falling on Purnimas or Amavasyas like Kartik Purnima, Mahalaya Amavasya, etc. But Makara Sankaranti, being a festival of the sun god, is celebrated based on the solar calendar that tracks the sun's position in the sky as seen from the earth. Astrologically speaking, Makara Sankaranti marks the day when the sun enters the zodiac called Makara or Capricorn. Also, as the festival is a celebration of a celestial event, it is believed that it could be among the oldest festivals of India. It is said that the festival finds mention in the ancient Indian epic, the Mahabharata, as Maha Mela. So what makes Makara Sankaranti a celebration? For us in the Indian subcontinent, the sun's appearance in the Capricorn zodiac heralds the beginning of the warmer months of the year. Imagine the ancient people living in sparse shelters with minimum heat insulation. How difficult winter months must have been for them. Lying outdoors, staring at the sky, they would have observed that the sun's position in the sky kept changing throughout the year. And they would have noted that the planet starts to get warmer and the days get longer when the sun appears to the north of the equator. And when this happened, they knew that relief from the freezing winters was close by. In the absence of thick jackets, weatherproof houses, and heat insulation, I somehow think that this celestial event must have been a very good reason to celebrate and to harvest crops too. Okay, so now we know a bit about Makara Sankaranti, but what about Uttarayan? The northward march of the sun with respect to the earth's equator marks the beginning of the 6-month-long period called Uttarayan in the Indian tradition. Uttara meaning north and Ayana meaning movement or march. This repeated cyclical movement of the sun to the north and to the south is caused by the tilt of the earth's axis. Mythologically speaking, the 6 months of Uttarayan equals 1 day in the life of our gods. The remaining 6 months called Dakshinayan, when the sun is seen to move in the southern direction, represents the night of our gods. In the Hindu tradition, Uttarayan is considered an auspicious period. Okay, so is Makara Sankaranti the same as Uttarayan? It is often thought that Makara Sankaranti marks the start of Uttarayan. But that is not true. Uttarayan, or the northward movement of the sun, begins immediately after what is called the winter solstice. The winter solstice marks that day in the Earth's revolution around the Sun, when its north pole is in its farthest position from the Sun. It's also the day with the shortest daylight and the longest night of the year. After this day, the day starts to grow longer and the nights shorter. And this day falls either on December 21st or 22nd of every year as per the Gregorian calendar. So in reality, Uttarayan starts the day after winter solstice and not on Makara Sankaranti that falls in mid-January. And this is the system that is followed by most Indian calendars that we call the Panchang. So friends, that was my short bite on Makara Sankaranti and Uttarayan. Hope you enjoyed watching it. But as you celebrate Makara Sankaranti this year, either making pongal, flying kites or eating til laddus, just remember that you are probably celebrating one of the most ancient festivals of the world, and also that the Sankaranti falls in Uttarayan and not on Uttarayan. Till we meet again, keep liking, sharing and subscribing. Tata, bye bye, take care.